So I'm wearing my work uniform, so I don't want to show myself in my work uniform and tell people where I work at. But I was thinking today about this, right? So work somewhere, right, where I work a weird shift. I work 8 p.m. until 3 in the morning, right? Some other times I just work full overnight, 10 to 6. But I was thinking about sexism in our society and how crazy it is that people don't think that like toxic masculinity is a real thing, right? Because no, seriously, like, and I want you like, oh, SJW, blah, blah. I want you to actually hear me. If you're very against feminism and shit, I mean, I was for a period, right? Or if you like Andrew Tate or something, I want you to hear my perspective on this, for real. Like, actually think of this, right? So, I am walking home from work at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I've never once thought anything of it. I love this walk. There is absolutely no fucking way in hell I would do this if I were a woman at my job. Dude, I've seen women who work the afternoon shift who have been like, people have sat and waited for them to get off and then stalked them like all the way to their house. I couldn't imagine getting off by myself at 3 o'clock in the morning. This fucking world is. But I, as a man, have absolutely no fucking problem. And I think that does say something about society. Because unless you're to tell me that men are just predominantly prone to just, like, rape women, I don't fucking believe that. I think that we are not raising our men right. There's something disconnected. And I'll tell you, I really think it all comes down back together to these old, outdated ideals, this old 1920s, 1820s mindset where the man works and the woman is subservient. And, the woman she stays home and does the cooking and the cleaning and all of that shit. I mean, the fact is, men in these areas can be molded into so many things, right? Men can be seen as entertainers, men can be seen as builders, men can be seen as, athletes or whatever. For these women, it was always, you have one role, and that's you're the wife, you're the cook, you're the person that washes the dishes, you do all the laundry. Now, it's crazy to me that people don't see how objectifying that is and how much you've already like written off someone's life at such a young age. I mean, people pick this shit up at a very young age, dude. I mean, you'd be surprised how much people at the age of like 14 think that they can't wait till they finish high school and get married and have a kid. Because it's like what they're programmed to fucking believe that they have to do. And the funny thing, and even when we look at it from a modern perspective, a lot of people still think, the woman is getting the really good end of the deal when it comes to if the man has to do all the work and all she has to do is do all the cooking and cleaning. I don't think people realize how much that is not a good deal for the other person. If it's mutual and that's really what someone wants to do, that's fine, whatever. But the implication is massive, right? Because what that really means is that you have total and domineering control over somebody's financial situation. And that would change things. It's going to be really hard for me as a human, right, to speak my mind, right before I'm about to ask you for some money to get groceries or do my hair. You know what I mean? And so it's very much like, even if it seems mutual or whatever, there's a lot of shit that's going to be kept in because of the implication that you literally have total domineering and utter control over my whole financial status as a human. And I think that is not something anybody should just give up to someone. I think people, hey, I'm not, if you're into that shit, good for you. I don't think any man or woman, anyone, should give any human that much control over their fucking financial situation. And to think that, like, men are the massive benefactors of this patriarch household system where they have total domineering control over someone's financial status. I mean, I don't think they realize how much of a burden that actually is on the other person. Especially because, again, what I was saying with the implication, what if it gets really bad? What if you're actually way more abusive than you seemed like when I first met you, when things were really good, when we promised we were going to make this work, when you manipulated me into moving in with you? What happened then? I want to leave now, and I am financially tied to you. I am stuck, and that's what these men want. And I'm glad that we're finally starting to leave this old, outdated mindset. There's a fuck ton of women now empowering themselves, and men are pissed. They think these women should literally, like, marry them or, like, want to be with them, but instead they're going around hooking up with whoever they want, exploring their sexuality, living life, and men think they belong to them, and they're fucking pissed that they're not stopping to marry them. And instead, they're clinging to these old ancient ideals, right? Women get close to them because they're cute, and then they're like, I believe that I should be the total and utter benefactor of our money, and I should be the only one that works, and you should be the only one doing the dishes. It's not misogynistic. I call it a classical conservative relationship, you know? Like an old, just an old school relationship, the way it's supposed to be. And then these women don't want to fucking be with them. When they hear that shit, they're like, they see the red flags going off, and like, this motherfucker wants control over me. And then they leave, and then these men are like, why don't women want to fucking stay with me? They just want to hook up. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, yeah. You notice this shit, man, the more you speak with men. You see these different perspectives. And I love men. There are plenty of men that are very good. Some of the greatest people I've ever met were men. And some of the worst people I've ever met were women. This is true. This is absolutely true. So, I don't want you to think I have some twisted perspective here. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I mean, I'm just telling you the objective truth. I can't, like, step in and be like, I definitely know, blah, blah, blah. But I know it. In my heart of hearts, if I were a woman, right, I would probably be super fucking uncomfortable walking home from work right now. And I am super comfortable right now. I love it. And I think, I don't know, my life goal really is to just maximize people's freedom. And I want women to feel the same joy I do when I walk home from work at 3 o'clock in the morning, not worried about shit. Now, granted, maybe I'm also really naive. There's a lot of reasons I should worry, but I don't. Whatever. Anyway, thank you all for listening. It's been a while since I made a YouTube video, but that's definitely where this is going. This is way too long to go on TikTok. But, yeah, that's all.